Hey team, I brought everybody here today to discuss a new initiative. Our new initiative is going to be to improve communication among ancillary providers and joint practice unit members. The reality is our company has a vision. Our vision is to be the premier center for healing and hope. In our mission statement, it tells us that we treat patients holistically. We treat them as a whole person. That means that it's not just their oncologist that matters. It also, their care includes nutrition, the naturopath physician who sees them. We are all part of a team that makes the patient's care as amazing as it is. And in order to keep that going, we need to find a better way to communicate with one another. Our biggest problem is that we have no set system in place for how we are to communicate with these ancillary providers. So as you all know, the patient comes in, they see their oncologist with a care manager, and then they wait for a naturopath and a visit from each one of those ancillary providers. But quite often what we're finding is that the ancillary providers are not being notified that the patient is ready to be seen, and the ancillary providers are not getting good report. And so it increases frustration on behalf of ancillary providers. It reduces their efficiency. So our goal is going to be to actively notify the ancillary providers when the patients arrive, and our goal is going to be to develop a tool that we utilize to give report so that it's consistent and gives them all the information that they need. That way we can all take care of our patients more efficiently and effectively. I think overall the purpose of this is it's simple. We want to increase patient satisfaction, right? We don't want patients waiting for a long time to see a provider. We also don't want providers who go in not knowing that there was a change in plan of care or not knowing that something has been different. So we really need to communicate effectively and efficiently. I think we're going to increase patient satisfaction. That's why we need to do this. We'll increase patient satisfaction. We will increase our stakeholder satisfaction with each other. Essentially, we're all going to be able to do our jobs a little bit more effectively and a little bit more efficiently. So I've spoken with some ancillary providers, and we have suggestions as to what we could do, what we could implement in terms of who notifies the next ancillary provider. I'm open to suggestions in terms of what you guys might think we should do in terms of creating an exact system. And I'm also open to suggestions in terms of what type of form you would like to use for a report. But even so, both of these systems need to be put in place. But of course, how these systems are put in place is kind of going to be up to collaboration from all of you. So I really think that the most important thing is that we develop a system so that each person knows their specific responsibility. So it will be always the for instance, the care manager notifies the naturopath physician, and then always when the naturopath physician is done with their meeting, they notify the nutritionist, or however we want to go about doing this. We could always use the resource nurse as the communication person who notifies the next person. I'm really, again, open to suggestions in terms of how you want to do this, but that's what's going to end up happening. In the end, we're going to be able to verify that this is effective by we should have no wait times for our patients, or at least very minimal wait times. We should be able to notify these were the wait times prior to implementing this, and these were the wait times for patients afterwards, and it should significantly decrease. Also, missed appointments should decrease. The amount of patients that are not being able to see a provider because the provider wasn't told in a timely fashion that they were ready to be seen, those kinds of things, that should go away. In addition, therefore, patient satisfaction should increase. Also, we are going to have providers, ancillary providers, document the number, the number of times that they were told that a patient was ready to be seen versus the number of times that they weren't. So there's a lot of metrics involved in terms of determining whether or not what we put into place today is effective. And I think what we should do is meet on a weekly basis. I want to hear feedback. I want to know what you think is working, what you think isn't working, why it's working, why it isn't working. And we're going to adjust our new initiative. We're going to adjust our plan to meet the needs as we go on, and we'll meet weekly, and we'll just continue to go over this and adjust until we have finally met our standard of being the premier center. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think this meeting is adjourned for now, and then we'll meet again and go over ideas for templates and ideas for using like a specific route of communication. Thanks.